Nuggets Thunder, tie series 2-2.
Yeah, this series boring too. That's why I don't want to see OKC in the finals, bro. They are not entertaining, man.
Man, the 2014-15 would win the championship this year. Argue with your mama. What team is that, brother?
Yeah, he must be talking about my Hawks. Yeah, we definitely would have won a chip this year.
What? Do you think y'all could have beat OKC?
Yeah. Damn. That matchup, SGA versus our team, I'm cool. Like, that's cool.
Okay, Jeff Teague is the most delusional basketball player in podcasting right now. And if you think this take was crazy, trust me, it gets even worse.
We never thought TJ McConnell was nice. Niggas is like, he ass. He gets to the Pacers, the floor wide open, he look good.
When you watch him, even though Shea is really, really good at basketball, his game is not exciting. He don't shoot threes. That ain't that exciting.
I don't know what you want, niggas. What y'all think is Harlem Globetrotters?
So former NBA player Jeff Teague has been in a lot of controversy for these past couple of weeks for these horrendous takes.
Marcin Gortat was better than fucking Hartenstein.
And for how bad the NBA is now, I guess.
The NBA is bad. The Pacers about to go to the finals.
Hey, hold
what
on,
are we talking about?
We got nothing to do this conversation.
That shit.
Don't put us in this conversation,
Ain't no shade, but I'm just saying, nigga, y'all talking about
The NBA is bad.
we fucking sweep the Pacers.
Now him saying a lot of these crazy takes stem from his comparison from what the NBA was when he was in the league and how the NBA is now and how easier it is to score, especially with teams like the Pacers going to the finals, where according to him, he feel like his 2014-15 Atlanta Hawks team would sweep them, and even going as far as winning the chip against OKC easily, where that series itself won't even be a good matchup according to him.
We will beat them, bro.
I'm not saying y'all wouldn't be, but you saying like it'd be too easy.
It would, bro.
But my only problem with Jeff Teague saying this is how disingenuous he's being about his Atlanta Hawks team and how good they actually were compared to teams like the Pacers and the Thunder. And I'm not even mad that Jeff Teague had this terrible take, but it's more so the way he said it, like it was just gonna be too easy.
You said y'all gonna sweep them, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, they might win a game, bro. Wizards was better than them, bro. Yes, they was, bro. Y'all just looking at what's today. John Wall was the same kind of aggressiveness as SGA, bro. He was a hell to guard, bro.
Because if my memory serves me correct, they were the most disappointing 60-win NBA team of that decade. They were the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference, winning 60 games, only 22 losses. They managed to have not one, not two, not three, but 4 NBA All-Star players all representing the Eastern Conference on that team. They went through a 33-game stretch where they only lost 2 games at one point, and at one point they were looked at as the reincarnation of the San Antonio Spurs for their unselfish ball movement and not necessarily having a superstar player on their team. But the problem was, on paper they were good and looked at as an elite team, but when it really came time to win against other elite teams, they weren't that good. First round they went 6 games in a series against the old washed up Nets, where Joe Johnson was a star player and their record was 38-44. Yes, very impressive. But in the second round, they would face against John Wall's Washington Wizards. And again, they would win a series in 6 games. But a lot of people will argue that that series could have been anybody's, especially considering that John Wall himself missed a good portion of the series. And even then, the Hawks still had to go 6 games with them.
Pierce. Wizards start going crazy, but the play would be reviewed. Take another look. Pierce hits the fall-away buzzer, but time has expired.
But ultimately, when it came time against real competition in the Eastern Conference, LeBron James Cavaliers, it was clear and cut who was a real NBA contending team and who wasn't.
And it's over, and the Cavaliers have swept the Hawks.
And I just find it crazy that Jeff Teague feels this type of way about 2 historic teams that advanced this far in the playoffs, when his team that he highly praises didn't. The Oklahoma City Thunder are historically one of the best defensive teams in NBA history, while the Pacers are one of the fastest paced scoring teams in the NBA, which you yourself feel like your team is a better version of, which is okay because you're supposed to feel like that when you're a former NBA player and you played at that level. But to down talk a whole league by saying it's not that good now because these 2 teams are in the finals is crazy, especially when you yourself has never made the finals until you was late into your career when you was getting no PT and you was like the 14th man on the bench. It's straight up delusional, and I don't really know what his deal is with the Pacers organization or with Tyrese Halliburton, but he's had some crazy takes on him too.
That's why the Pacers are going to the finals, because they play like us.
There we go.
And they a weak version of us.
Right now in this NBA,
Yes, on that Pacers team.
I will have 21 and 10 easy. That's easy. You can name them. Put Trae Young on the Pacers, you're gonna do the same thing.
The league is light. All the fire players are old now. LeBron just made all NBA. The niggas 40. The league is light.